Hey YouTube, Chris here, aka Grimefoot McD with Mossy Beard. Today's video I wanted to talk about our solar setup. We get asked a lot everywhere we go about how much power we're converting and what we're using for alternative methods. And so I really wanted to put a video together as fast as possible to try and explain to everybody what we're doing with our bus setup. So follow along and we'll get right into it. So when we were first coming up with the design for our bus, we knew one of the biggest things that was most important to us was going to be staying off the grid. We really didn't want to have to plug into places. This is our only source of power. We will have a conversion switch that will be hooked up to our alternator, and we will be able to flip that to charge our batteries in any sort of an emergency situation, as long as we have diesel in our bus, obviously. But everything else is run strictly off our solar panels. This is 3/4 inch black iron. Went through and measured out each individual piece so that they would all line up to every other rib running across the roof of the bus. So these are actually bolted into the structural beams in the bus. I've got 2 bolts that go through each of the flange that hits the rib, and then the other 2 bolts just don't line up, so they have very wide tech screws that went through the sheet metal to hold in place. And then obviously everything gets siliconed in really hard to make sure that it stayed sealed. Mounted above that, we got pressure treated 4x4s. They have lag bolts that go through the black iron. Coming up off the mounting boxes are serrated L feet. Then all that's mounted to the aluminum railing and tracking. Canadian solar panels, 340 watts each. All of these end up coming down and in through an inlet pipe that I created out of a tub drain and make their way inside to a junction box. I'll meet you in there. Inside Mossy Beard, we have our solar wires coming through this panel down the length of the roof and into that junction box. And in there I have basically just switched over to an interior wire off of the solar wires. Run down our DC track. It'll be enclosed with more flashing. Comes around to the back of our pony wall, in through it, and down into our DC combiner box. It's an Outback piece. This is the Konex SW2524, so it's a 24-volt system and a 2500 watt inverter. We aren't running anything heavy off of our electricity except for our air conditioner and our blender. Our battery bank, we have 10 of these gel batteries. They're 225 amp hour, 20-hour batteries. Right now we are converting 1300 something watts and still only loading about 1200. If I turn the air conditioner off, obviously the system recognizes that and doesn't try to convert nearly as much. That's on high, no problems whatsoever. And it's kind of awesome because we designed this system hoping that we'd be able to turn on the air conditioner for about an hour or 2 every night and just kind of knock some of the heat out and really not overdo it. And honestly, we've been able to just run the AC throughout the day because we still keep a positive gain on our electricity even with this thing running. There's definitely some unique pieces, and I'll be going through and putting another video together, a demonstrative wiring setup, just so people can understand how these pieces fit together and why.